Hello everyone, hi to everyone again. I'm back after a little break, quote unquote, a little break. Due to family reasons, work, and other related personal stuff. I had to take a little break, but to those of you, friends and family of this little YouTube channel, just wanted to reiterate that we're here to stay, and we're only here to move forward. And today I wanted to return with the thematic video experience of unboxing of action figures. As I promised you in the last video, I wanted to show you something a little bit different today, not Dragon Ball Z related or anything like that, but yet very similar at the same time. And what I mean by that is something like this: a Bruce Lee action figure by HR Figuarts. Here's my little guy. Bam! Look at this color contrast, but we'll get to that in a minute. Now, this particular figure has somewhat of a nostalgic meaning to me because it was the very first figure that I ever purchased. It is the very first figure that I started my collection with, and I just thought about showing this to you today because of, let alone the meaning that it has to me, but also because of such an iconic character and person that Bruce Lee was in his time, and that still is to this day. Now, without further ado, I'm gonna get into articulations, accessories, details, and all of that in just a little bit. So now let's get to it. Alright everybody, so here we are once again with something, like I said, a little bit different than what I was presenting to you in the last couple of first videos. So this is Bruce Lee right here by SH Figuarts. This is, I'm not sure if one of the oldest figures, because I believe I acquired this box about 6 or 7 years ago, if not 8, not quite sure yet. But I want to start with something that is very convenient per se, because the dimensions of this box are very, very suitable for small places. So this is pretty much the thickness of a box that resembles that of a tiny novel, both right here on the side, the width, and also the length and the height. They're really the dimensions here are really convenient for small storage. Now the colors here are very obviously dominant, black and yellow. When we turn the box around, we can just see like a little preview of some of the poses that you can see with this action figure. The figure itself displaying some martial arts prowess. Some of the facial expressions that you'll be able to play around with. Now, I do want to make it clear, this isn't like this is not like a fresh unboxing. I've had this box for, this figure for many years now. As you can see, when I first received the box, in my excitement / despair, I tore it open right here from the corner. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying, for those of you who are new to the collecting world, just be careful, be mindful, especially with SH Figuarts. These come packaged really well with some tape right here on the sides. They usually will have like a little piece of tape right here on either side, right and left. Just cut it open nice and smoothly, and then you'll be able to avoid these problems. Now, I don't want to, repair the box or get rid of it per se, because I guess this kind of adds sentimental value to it. I made a mistake. Hopefully you can avoid that, but that's okay. Mistakes happen, and it's part of, learning and growing. Now, going into the meat and bones of this video, I'm gonna pull out the action figure itself with the case. Boom, you do that, it comes out. Now, as you can see, I have my Bruce Lee right here. Several facial expressions, 1, 2, 3, and the 4th one that comes attached with the figure itself, the body. There are some hands right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6 pairs of hands right here, and some weapons as well. We have some nunchucks, we have a bow staff, and we have fighting sticks right here, short fighting sticks. Now, I do want to make it clear that this is obviously Bruce Lee during his last movie of Enter the Dragon, before he sadly passed away. However, what I want to bring to everybody's attention is the fact that, unlike many other figures in recent years by SH Figuarts, this is a very basic figure that nonetheless still has as much versatility as some of the figures that are around, that have been around in recent years. So what I'm going to do is slightly pull the one of the cover lids out. Now, do expect some items to fall, you know, like the faces. Boom. All right, so we have our Bruce Lee right here, and what I'm going to do is pull this guy out and just start with the pretty much a basic review of this really nice figure that I have right here. Now, this is a figure that I've had for many years now. I believe 6 or 7, like I said, if not 8. It was the very first figure I got from SH Figuarts, and it was the one that got me into this whole collector madness stuff, which I'm really grateful for. I got the blessing of the dragon. Anyways, so despite the fact that this figure has been in my collection for all these years, it is still just as good as it was back then. You would expect a figure to lose its stiffness on its joints, or just to have like a limb broken off because of, you know, so much posing. But that is not the case with this figure. I want to make it clear that this is an extremely light figure, very light, but yet very sturdy. So not only is the box very compact and convenient to carry around for, you know, display purposes, or, you know, if you happen to be moving, you can easily just pack this in your backpack and be fine. But the figure itself, it is just so light. It is very well detailed, very well thought of. I don't know when this figure came out, but it has still, you know, it has, you know, withstand the test of time. So it is really cool. So as you can see right here, the shadowing, the painting detail is really well balanced all around. Shoulders, back, the chest, some of the hair right here as well. You know, it's craved in. You know, it's not nothing too special. I like how they paid attention to the Asian features right here of the eyes, the character itself, because this is a real person. You know, it's not like an anime character or anything like that. So they were really meticulous on the proportions, the shoulders. Look at the chest right here, the striations on the chest, the core, the abs, very typical of Bruce Lee in his movies. When he was going out on a rampage against the bad guys. We can also see some of the veins right here on the biceps, a little bit of detail on the forearms, some veins right there on the palm of the hand. Same goes for the other arm. So we have the little vein of the biceps right there. Okay, the forearm, and then also if we turn around to the back, we have quite a muscular back right here. Even though Bruce Lee was really well known for being thin, he was still very in shape. Now for the pants, it has a lot of folds right here, different on one leg than the other, which is really cool. I like the idea and the fact that they didn't just copy paste one leg to the other. Also, if you go around to the back, the pant folds are different on one leg as they are on other. So that's really cool. We have the typical Bruce Lee shoes, you know, right here in the bottom. And overall, it is a really nice figure. I really like it because it's just so solid, despite of the fact that many years have gone by. Now, I want to get into the nitty-gritty of several things, you know, such as joints, accessories, stuff like that. So I'm gonna start from top to bottom, as always. Now, for the head is really versatile. You can turn it left and right, no problem. You can go into circles like this, no problem, both ways. It does turn 360, really smooth, really nicely. There's nothing on the way that, you know, stopping it or making it jank, nothing like that. So the head, 10 out of 10. For the neck doesn't really rotate that much on its axis, but it does go back and forth just a little bit, enough to give Bruce a nice range of movement right here, and then also to the side, just like that. Now again, it won't rotate as much on its own axis, but that's okay. You know, we don't really need that much, given the fact that, you know, it allows us to have a lot of range of motion for different poses without the neck turning, you know, on its own, and that's okay too. Now for the shoulders, look at this double joint shoulder right here. So it comes out from the chest and then into the other shoulder joint. So it is really nice. It is really smooth and sturdy. So as you can see, even though many years have passed, it's not like it falls on its own weight because it has lost flexibility from, you know, from so much posing. Nothing like that. Both sides are just as fine. Now the arms do rotate 360 on their own angle. There's a lot of extension of the shoulder, front and back. So they're really nice. They really allow you to have a wide range of motion for different poses. They go completely straight up. So everything you want, you can do with these arms. I think this is one of the best arm joints I've seen in a while. There's nothing that restricts the shoulder right here. Like in many other anime related figures, because they have like a shirt or an armor or whatever. This is just Bruce Lee being Bruce Lee, you know, just raw muscle, raw fury right here. Shoulders exposed, fully raw, which is really cool for range of motion, that is, for flexibility purposes. Now, for the elbow, no problem at all. Look at that. 10 out of 10, fully flexible. Nothing stops it. The biceps does move a little bit, as you can see right here. It rotates on its own angle, just enough to make it be realistic. It can go 360 degrees right here on its own angle, but I don't want to force it too much, because then this is one of the parts where you can feel how it puts resistance on you. The moment you try to turn it all the way, it kind of puts resistance on you. And on my experience, if you try and do that over and over, you will make one of these joints lose their sturdiness, and then you're gonna have like a super loose arm. So you don't want to do that either. You know, just take care of the figure, respect the proper mechanics that it was designed for, and you'll be fine. Now, for the torso, this is a point that I'm not really sure that I'm fully pleased with, because it is really limited to the tilt it has left to right. There's not much you can do about it. It's very stubborn when you try to move it, you know, to the left or to the right. However, it does have good range of motion to go back and forth like this. So not too bad. It's okay, you know, good enough to give you a lot of freedom with poses. However, when we move down right here, this is the figure's center of gravity. It is where everything is focused as far as balance. The waist right here is a really cool feature, because it is extremely flexible. It can rotate on its own angle. It can twist a little bit, like he's doing the hula hula. So it's really cool. And it can also go 360. Not that you need to do that, you know, but it can fully rotate on its own angle. Side to side, hula hula, back and forth, left and right, no problem. Now, when we move down to the groin area right here, I don't know how to feel about this particular area, because it will seem as if Bruce was wearing a diaper right here, you know? You see what I mean? I understand that was a good design idea to resemble its pants as much as possible to the real movie. But there's a little bit of an issue with this structure. I'm gonna explain why shortly. Now, when you try to move the leg back, we have a problem right here because of, you know, this diaper structure-like area right here. However, all you have to do is just bring the leg out a little bit, and then you can kick back just a little bit more. This is as far as it goes to the back, so it is a little bit restricted as far as back kicks, quote unquote. But when you try to fully extend the leg to the front, that's okay. You can fully go, no problem. Both legs all the same. Now, for knee flexibility, it's totally fine. You can fully kick and contract and extend this knee, no problem there. Now, for ankle purposes, no much movement right there, just left and right. Again, this is one of the parts where you can feel the resistance of a figure trying to stop you from fully rotating the angle 360. I don't know why you will do that in the first place, but this is one of the parts where, again, you want to be careful not to twist it over and over and over, because then you will lose sturdiness right here, and it'll be extremely loose, and it will then affect your figure's balance, which is something you don't want. For the foot, you can go up and down, and then you can also move the tip of the foot a little bit up and down. Boom, 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 boom. There's a little nice print right here on the sole of the shoes, you know. So as always, HH paying a lot of close attention to details. So overall, this is a really cool figure. I highly recommend it. Now, I do want to go a little bit more into the details as well. So the only two things that you will have to worry about this particular figure when it comes to joints are the facial expressions and the hands that you can switch for many other pairs. So when it comes to the head, you can see the head split right here, which is where the facial expression actually comes off from. So what I like to do is just be really careful and stick my fingernail tip on top right here of this line, and then just grab the chin of the face and gently pull it off like that. Okay, and then we can switch it for something else. Just click it in place nice and smoothly. Don't rush things, because you don't want to, you don't want to break anything. It does take a little bit of time to do, given that it's not only an old figure, but you just don't want to force things. Now this is a little stubborn here. I don't know why it doesn't want to go in there. So there's one there. So you can see the Bruce Lee's facial expression. I don't know if he was not happy with the change of face or whatever, but that's one of them. Okay, so same, just pop it off. Boom. And you can switch for another one that's more serious, more calm. So there, classic Bruce right here. So that's it as far as facial expressions. Now, I do want to get into something that kind of worries me, and I do want to make this very clear to you guys right here. It was one of the main points that I really wanted to discuss with you. The hands. Now, a lot of, if not most, SH Figuarts have evolved over the years to the point where when you take off a hand to switch it for another, for a different hand, making a different pose like this or that, whatever, it will usually have like a little ball pin on the tip of the ball joint. So let me show you what I mean by that. You see that? So when you take off a hand, all you have is a little stick to work with. That's it. That's all you have. There's no little ball joint right here on the tip. All you have is this little tip sticking out on both hands. It's all the same. So I really want to emphasize how careful you want to be not to pull off a hand forcefully, or to insert a new one forcefully either. Because if you break this, that's pretty much it. I don't know what you can do to repair this. I don't even know if it's worth repairing it. I don't know if they sell the part on eBay by itself. So you want to be really careful when replacing hands. Let me just open the little lid for hands. Now there's many hands that this figure comes with, but again, I just want to make it clear that there's only a tiny hole that you have to work with, and it has to go exactly into place while you try not to force it as much. So you really want to be careful. Grab it by the elbow, stabilize the joint, and smoothly push it in, just like that. Okay, look at that. Very, very smooth, very flexible, yet very sturdy. So another thing I forgot to mention for the hands, it does come with many pairs of hands, you know, making different gestures, thumbs up, and then you have you know, a little martial arts pose hand. There's many more, but you will have at least 2 of these that come with a hole, and these are the one hands where you want to stick a weapon into. And the figure does come with 3 weapons, one of them being a long staff right here that you can just put through the hole, push down, boom. So there's one weapon right here that you have for posing. I think this is probably my favorite, the long staff. And all you have to do is just pull it out, and then you also have a fighting stick shorter than the staff. It does come with 2 of these, so you can always switch hands, and you know, and make it, you know, make this one go into the other hand as well. But it will have to be the other hand that has a hole in it as well, like this one. So short fighting stick, no problem. Now you can see right here also how the flexibility of the joints in the wrist are very useful for weapon posing. So as always, you just, you know, gently pull it out, and then you also have the classic Bruce Lee nunchucks right here. There's a nice fine detail right here to the chain that it came with. So they're really, really nice. They can be just hanging, you know, and bouncing just like this. Really, really nice. So overall, this is it right here for Bruce Lee by SH Figuarts. It's a really, really nice statue. It has withstood the test of time all these years, and it will continue to do so for many more, I will hope, as long as you take care of them, of course. So overall, it is a really, really nice figure, very versatile for posing pictures, really, really cool, really flexible, extremely light. But the only thing you have to be worried about, the only thing you have to be concerned with are the hand joints when changing them. Be really, really careful not to force anything out or anything in, as it could break the little joint that hands go into. But other than that, you should be set. And I do wanted to introduce something different to the channel towards the end of the video, and that is how to use stuff that you might have in your closet, on your drawer, that you have collected over the years, in souvenirs, you know, in regards to souvenirs or farmers market, or even something at Walmart that you just found for really cheap, and make it work to your advantage to give your figure more life and more scenery to it, more atmosphere, quote unquote. So what I have right here in the back, this little black box, is a little shrine, a little Buddhist shrine that I got myself in the antique market many, many years ago. I didn't know what use to really give to it until I got the statue, and then I thought, well, it will make a really, really nice contrast, you know, if I put these 2 together right here. Now, as you can see, it does give your figure a whole lot more life when you combine stuff like this together. It doesn't necessarily have to be something like this, but you get the idea. I also have these little food dogs right here. Let me make them closer. That I also got in a little yard sale for very cheap. And so I thought, I don't know what I'm gonna use these for, but one day they'll be useful. And lo and behold, they were useful. So just to give you an idea of how to use stuff that you have at home, work to your advantage, to give more life to your figure, to make it more lively, more colorful, and just to give it more expression, you know? It is really, really cool when you get to make these things work out and when you put them together. So yeah, I just wanted to give you a little bit of an update on how things are going, and just to let you know that rest assured, I will be here from now on, presenting you with more beloved characters from anime, movies, and stuff like that. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. For those of you who have been in the channel for this time, I will continue to bring more content to you as often as possible, and of course with more variety as well. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe and stay tuned.
I can hear the demons call when they do what they do. And now I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all, I just gotta get through. I just gotta get through, I just gotta get through. Cause I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all, I just gotta get through. Sometimes I feel like all is lost, but I know it's not true. I wanna put up all my walls cause I'm not in the mood, but then I cut myself off from the rest of the room. I know that time can heal it all if you're patient and soon. It can all be worth it, all the searching. Pain is never really permanent, but damn it hurts, man. I could feel all of the turbulence and it's concerning. I've been searching for a purpose, I hope it's worth it. This society is really trying me. Ain't no hide and seek, I hide to be far from anxiety. I need my space, I need my privacy, I need some silence, please. You're all too loud, you don't speak quietly. Opinions violently thrown across every surface, it makes me nervous. Is the world honestly burning? That's all I'm learning. Hope that we can make a turn and start reversing all our minds and put the work in. We got some work, man. I started to grow. I started to grow.